Hi, welcome to GreyWolf TV. We are continuing our episodes of the X-Files. I'm not really going to dwell too much or give a recap on the last episode because for the first time, I've gotten through almost an entire season without me finding an episode that I wasn't very keen on. But the last one, Miracle Man, was meh for me. For me, just my opinion, that's all. So we're just going to carry straight on and we'll go and watch episode 19. Montana. Well, he's got dead cattle, so something's killing him. What the hell? Okay, the kid's done. Got him.
And I never meant to hurt no one. But I'm tired of my cattle being butchered 100 miles from the slaughterhouse. That's the fourth one this month alone. And we heard a growl. We went out there to protect the cattle. And I could have swore I saw red eyes and fangs.
A werewolf.
Young Indian boy. But if he was the one that was killing our cattle, I'm very, very sorry that we had to find out about it that way. But as far as I'm concerned, that's the end of it.
That looks bad.
I could feel it. Something not human out there.
Well, it's not human if it's an animal.
The air was more still.
Right.
The night animal was more quiet. It was like nature herself was terrified.
There's no way he could have mistaken a person for an animal.
No.
Just open and shut, Mulder. You know, I'm surprised you volunteered for this assignment.
I'm saying nothing.
Well, there seems to be nothing unexplainable about this case.
Nope.
Nope, nothing at all. Trigo Indian Reservation, okay.
I was at Wounded Knee in 1973. And what I learned fighting the FBI is you don't believe in us, and we don't believe in you.
Fair point.
We're looking for anything that can create human tracks in one step and animal tracks in the next.
And shed its skin.
Parker, you found what you're looking for.
I only let them as far as the front door. Okay. Anybody that knows me knows I keep the ancient beliefs out there and the police working here.
The woman in the pool hall said that people were afraid of some Indian legend. What do they believe happened in the Parker case?
Looks like he'd been attacked by an animal as well.
Yep.
Could Joe have been attacked also? Maybe the Parkers did see an animal.
No, those wounds have been healing for quite some time.
Now you see the second incisor here is chipped, just like the ones in his mouth. These match Joe Goodensnake.
Well, they did.
Well, there are cases of calcium phosphate salts developing abnormally with age, but...
That could account for what Jim Parker claims to have seen.
Well, if Joe's teeth are abnormal, an autopsy might reveal abnormalities in the interior of his anatomy as well.
I can't allow that.
I thought so.
Trigos believe that the recent dead are unsettled by their new condition as spirits. Any desecration at the body angers the spirit and keeps it haunting this world.
The very first X-File, initiated by J. Edgar Hoover himself in 1946. Wow. Each victim was basically ripped to shreds and eaten as if by a wild animal. However, many of the victims were found at home, as if they allowed their killer to enter.
Because they were human.
In 1946, police cornered what they believed to be such an animal in a cabin in Glacier National Park.
Cool.
They shot it. But when they went in to retrieve the carcass,
there's a
they
person.
found only the body of Richard Watkins. In 59, 64, 78, and now again in 94. But these animal man-related murders predate the oldest X-File by 150 years. Members of the Lewis and Clark expedition wrote of Indian men who could change their shape into that of a wolf.
Mulder, even if you're right, and Joe Goodensnake did somehow have the ability to transform physically into an animal, he's dead. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry about your brother. I feel sad for anyone who loses a part of their family.
Part. He was my whole family.
Your explanation, Agent Mulder, is lying on that burial platform. Why don't you just accept that and go home? think you better leave, Mr. Parker.
I wish your brother could be here. I wish that more than anything else.
Don't let your guard down. Too late. Okay.
Have you talked to Gwen Goodensnake? She seemed pretty upset last night.
She's gone. Nobody's seen her since the funeral. I put an APB out on her.
Do you reckon she's the other
And
one?
what about Lyle Parker?
Or skin. Or whatever.
What are you hiding?
I thought it was over.
Over?
But it isn't.
Is that why you wouldn't allow an autopsy on Joe Goodensnake's body? You thought it would all end when he was cremated?
You see how it all works. Things are born, things die, everything else falls in between.
I saw it once with my own eyes. It was a long time ago. It seemed like a dream. I sensed you were different, FBI. You're more open to Native American belief than some Native Americans.
So it's Native American. I can never get the terminology right. I apologize.
You even have an Indian name. Fox. Watkins had been attacked by an animal.
Watkins.
When he was alone in the woods.
Was that the name of the guy they found?
We realized that Watkins had been attacked by what the Algonquins call a Manitou. To be attacked by a Manitou causes the victim to become one.
Just like a werewolf.
Healed scars on Joe Goodensnake's body.
Nothing to do with full moons.
The man returns to his true self, unaware of what has happened. When I was 16 years old, I was coming back from fishing at the Cutbank Creek. I knew a shortcut behind Watkins' house.
Guy's got a really calming voice.
There was a groan. Not animal. His arm, the skin ripped. It tore up and fell to the floor. Claws sprang from his fingernails.
But with Watkins dead, how could there have been an attack by a Manitou?
Watkins had a son.
If Joe Goodensnake was this creature, then perhaps it didn't originate in him by the first attack, but was handed down through the bloodlines. This means Gwen could have it also. Gwen could have killed Parker.
What happened, Gwen? What are you running away from?
I saw it. I saw it kill Parker. After the funeral, I was gonna mess up the kid, so I waited. But Parker was on the porch. And then this thing, this animal, oh my God.
Yeah, this is Agent Mulder from the FBI. I was told I could reach Agent Scully at this number.
Oh, yes. We released Lyle Parker from the hospital, and she's taking him back to the ranch.
So I can reach her there?
Uh-huh. They just left.
And it's dark.
And there's something rather unsettling.
What's that?
Traces of his father's blood type can only be there through ingestion.
You okay?
Oh, shit.
I feel sick.
Oh, hell.
Lyle? Lyle, answer me.
Would you please move away from the door? She's not expecting this. It's beyond her realm of belief. Okay. Might want to back up. Comes through from underneath. Ah, see? Now, do not shoot that. Don't do that.
I don't know what happened.
I was holding my breath then.
I heard her come up here.
Oh, you bastard. Oh.
You all right?
Jesus, that made me freaking jump.
Oh my God.
he did get it. There you go. Right.
He was in the bathroom sick, and then the next thing I knew, we were attacked by the mountain lion.
It wasn't the mountain lion, Scully.
You just saw it.
It's still in the cage out back.
He's just pulled up and left?
She's one.
Brother's gone, no family. Trouble with Parker's all over. Maybe she saw something that she wasn't ready to understand.
FBI. See you in about 8 years.
I hope not.
Come on, show me something. So it's going to show more than that. That sounded like my intro. Okay, so that was episode 19 of season 1. That wasn't a bad episode, actually. I know it was just, it's werewolf sort of thing, but I kind of enjoyed that, and it did make me jump at the end. And if something manages to make me jump, it's at least gotten something out of me. I expected, I'll be honest, at the end, that the girl, the sister, it was going to show some little clip or scene at the end where she also has it in her. Or does it not transgress between male to female? I mean, I don't see why it shouldn't. Because all we got was it in males. But it made sense that the first attack, that the son survived, that he now had the bloodline. So when we got the father dead, it did make total sense that it was him. I thought for a minute it was her, but she said she came to rough him up a bit, saw that, and then it scared her to death. So I don't know, maybe not. I like the guy at the end going, maybe. I'll see in about 8 years. We'll just see. Now then, all I will say is Scully did the right thing there and hid, because what else could you do? She didn't have a gun to hand, I don't think. And even if you had, would it have been any good? Just a small handgun? She just witnessed. Right in front of her. You can't say, oh, well, I mustn't have seen him, or it ran the same way, or... You saw that guy shoot an animal, and then you saw it drop, and 5 seconds later, it was the guy. You can't deny that. But they've conveniently not given anything afterwards as to what Scully thinks of that. Any dialogue, any outro to the episode of her saying what she thinks she might believe or not believe from that. We know what Mulder believes. He got that whole song and dance from the old guy as to when it all first started. He knew this Watkins, who was the first one to have gotten shot, how it ended up on the radar of Hoover and becoming the first X-File, which was pretty neat. That was pretty cool. I like how they worked that in and where it all started and why it started. I actually thought the X-Files was started by him because in this, not in today's world, I mean in this because of UFO sightings, and it was just, it needed to be X-Files so it was, the public weren't aware of it, and maybe one day they would understand it or something more would come of it, and it needed to be kept secret and away from the public eye. I actually thought it was that, but this is what they're going with. So that's fine by me. Right, we will be back with episode 20 next. If you want to watch this in full length, just check the link in the description, and there will be a link there for you to go over to Patreon and watch the extended version over there. We do 2 episodes of X-Files a week. I will be back with another episode in a couple of days. By all means, post your comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, I would very much appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, especially if you like the X-Files, because we've got a lot more to go. Right, see you for episode 20 next. Till then, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and watching me jump. See you for the next one.